Oh, there we go. Three, two, and one. Well, uh, Steve, Mayor Lois, what a better way to close out 2025 than checking in with what's going on in Marshfield here on Mayor's Monday at WSAU, WSAU.com. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to you both. I can only imagine that since both of you are here, you've got some really, really big news to tell me, right?
Well, we just want to talk to you about the great things going on in Marshfield. And I think, as Lois will tell you, there have been quite a few lately. And it's been a good year. I mean, every year has challenges, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
been a positive year for the city.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And of course, so we start with I'm first off, I'm always the one that I volunteer actually to drive the WSAU forward in the Marshfield parade on the week before Thanksgiving. The kind of holiday parade down there. Lining up right by the Weinbrenner building is always a little different, knowing that that building's kind of closed off now. It's no longer the bustling epicenter that it once was. I know that's one thing that's kind of really been on your to-do list is finding a way to redevelop that building. Where are we on that right now?
Well, I'll start and let Lois jump in as well. The building is still being used today, and it will be through the end of March of 2026 because they're in the middle of transitioning from their current facility downtown to the beautiful new building that they've constructed in the business park, 70,000 square feet. It's a wonderful place. Yeah, we have gone through a couple of iterations of having what we call RFQ, request for qualification. The first one back in late 2024, we got proposals. They were all for affordable housing, and we did entertain one for a while with a company called J. Jeffers out of the Milwaukee area before the council kind of came to the conclusion that they really would prefer to look at things other than affordable housing. So we just went through round two, and we only got one response, and that party ultimately backed off. So we're at the point right now that I think the mayor and her peers on the council are going to have to decide what direction they want to go, and there's opportunities.
There are definitely opportunities. It is a historic building, so we really don't want to take it down. But if it has to go down, well, actually, as I see the building, part of it is not historic. So if we took the dehistoric, you like that dehistoric part of the building down?
I love it.
Maybe
Right.
we could find something to fit with the historic part of the building. And then it would take care of, and I'm going to tell you, Mike, and everybody listening, the biggest situation in that building is the parking. The parking. Oh my gosh. When the folks knew that the new building was going up and they were going to have an actual parking lot, they all stood there and looked at the boss like, what do you mean a parking lot? I mean, they
Yeah,
have to
right.
circle all around the building, all around the next whole block. And then some people even park like 2 or 3 blocks away to walk to work. And they have like 130 people that work there. So, I mean, that's insane. So we're excited I'm completely excited for them. They're actually going to get parking and a beautiful new building. And they're going to have a retail store in there. And apparently, from talking to Jeff, the president, they're going to have an area where you can actually go out there and watch them make shoes
Mm-hmm.
or boots.
Yeah.
How cool is
Boots.
that? Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
how exciting. I'm going to go out there and
exactly.
stand there and just watch that. Yeah, I want to watch him stitch it up, baby. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, the parking issue, I'm so happy for them. And the building is absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to buzz out there and take a look at it, anybody, you will not believe it, what that's done for that industrial area. It's just, oh, it's dynamite. So hopefully we can find some resolve with the old Weinberger building, which has been there over 100 years. And if not, it's the way of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael,
Yeah.
if I could add that too, I mean, it's really something we need to celebrate that Weinbrenner is building this new facility out in the business park because they truly were honestly looking at all their alternatives, including possibly moving out of Marshfield to another state. I mean, they were entertaining offers from other states in the United States, and they ultimately we were able to work with them to keep them here. Great employees, a wonderful long-term business, makes boots that are sold around the world. That is a big win for us. But we'll keep working on options for the old building and see if we can't get another use in place.
Yeah, and I know I've seen a couple of these. You're going through these different iterations of these requests for qualifications, which are a little less intensive than a request for proposal, as I understand it. But is it getting to a point where you've almost said maybe we have to look at this as a public space, or are we not there yet? Maybe some sort of a playground area, some sort of a food truck, beer garden type area, or are we not there yet? Are we still going to see what the private sector can come forward with?
I think we're still going to we're still going to keep our ducks in this row for now, and just move forward. And when it snaps, Mike, it'll snap, right? I really believe that. Yeah, and we have to be positive about this stuff because that's what we need as every city.
And there's going to be a big conversation at the council meeting on January 13th, and a lot of these things will be discussed. I kind of let them know what they might be, kind of a hint of things to come in the last council meeting. It could include everything from finding a temporary use so that somebody's occupying and making positive use of the building and taking care of it for a while. Maybe somebody who's starting to start something new, looking at maybe what the mayor was saying a minute ago. Maybe we look at splitting the building off. We talk about it as one building, but only part of it's truly historic. Maybe we look at trying to see if we can find somebody to work with part of the building and then deal with the other half after the fact. And, all options are on the table. It's easy to look at this and get disappointed, but we're going to continue to see it as an opportunity.
Absolutely. And again, that building is Marshfield to me. I mean, everybody knows what the clinic, the name is on there and everything, but that building, to me is Marshfield. Cause again, that's my guiding point when I'm lining up for the parade. I'm right there next to it. And knowing the history of Weinbrenner shoes too. I mean, that's a really big name there. I knew about that name before I moved to central Wisconsin. So we're again excited to see where that could go and what that could become in the near future. What else you got going on in the city here as we put a wrap on 2025?
Well, I'm going to start and I'm going to hand it over to Lois. We haven't talked about this, but one of the exciting things that happened in 2025 was the merger of Sanford with the Marshfield Clinic. And I think she's already had some conversations that, we can't talk in specifics, but I think we have a real good partner coming together to make this city even better than it is today.
Yes, absolutely. I got the great honor of taking their private jet down to Sioux Falls and toured some of the facilities. And, when I came back and talked to the CEO and the president, I said, big and beautiful, but that isn't what impressed me. What impressed me the most about Sanford and Marshfield Clinic is we're both rural. We're working together to make this better. We were great before. Okay, everyone has bumps, right? I mean, talk to anybody that talks to the mayor and they'll say, can you fix those darn bumps in the road? Okay, well, that was a huge bump. I mean, that was a crack that I don't know, is unfillable, but now I really feel, Mike, that crack is being filled and it's going to only get better. It's going to get so much more smooth. The transition, okay, there's going to be stuff that's not going to be great, but that's the way of the world. That's the way life works. But as I see things happening, I'm impressed when I do go to the clinic at the difference in people's attitudes, the things that are going on. They're hiring more folks, more doctors, more administration, more nurses, more everybody rural to keep it as it should be. And again, Sanford, thank you, Mr. Benny Sanford, who is the actual owner. He was up at the bank, and then he decided to start this Sanford.
Denny Sanford purchased the Sioux Valley Health System, or gave an investment to them in, oh man, I want to say sometime around 2000.
Right.
Denny Sanford, and I've got stories about him for days, by the way, from my time in South Dakota. We'll save those for another time. The only reason that the Minnesota Golden Gophers football stadium was named after a bank is because Denny Sanford got beat out by a few $1,000s. Denny Sanford nearly got his name on that stadium.
Wow.
His name's also on the arena in Sioux Falls. It's basically the city of Sioux Falls, sponsored by Sanford.
Correct.
As you know that now.
Yes,
Lois.
I do. Wow. Yeah.
You grew up there, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, indeed. I'm from around that area. So yeah.
I don't know when you've been back lately, but I couldn't believe the gentleman who took us on the tour. He kept going out and out and out and more and more and more. I mean, what did he say? It grows by 7 or 8% every year. Now, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're staying the same population for the last 30 years, but they've got a lot of stuff going on too. But yeah, it's just, so we want to thank Mr. Sanford for obviously being the investor in Marshfield. And we're just, not that we want him to give us the money to make it happen, because we need to earn that, and he's not doing it, which I think is great.
Yeah.
We're earning it the way we should. So yeah, and hey, Mike, good deal. So we're gonna blame you for part of this because living there, you give us a little extra. How's that?
And Lois, I've had this discussion with Steve once before. You mentioned the things that Sanford does. Again, I have had a firsthand look at that because I was living in South Dakota when the Sanford Sports Complex went up. I can tell you how much agricultural land was around there.
Yep.
It was a lot.
Yes.
Going to games at the Sanford Pentagon, which was one of the first elements, the basketball, volleyball facility, involved driving through cornfields. That is now golf, top golf type facility. That is now an iceplex. There is a field turf facility. And even since I've left, there are now several clovers of baseball diamonds and tennis facilities that are there.
Yep.
Is that something that you would like to see replicated in Marshfield at some point?
Not really sure, because again, we've got so much farm, and that's pretty much what we're about here. I mean, I don't know how much more we really want to grow. We want to go forward, but actually growing, you know what I mean? We just
Right.
So that would be my take on it. I think that we're doing what we have, and the partners. I mean, I am completely taken back by. I'm not going to name any names because I'll forget somebody, but all of the people in Marshfield who have come forward and given donations and made things happen, and it just keeps snowballing. I mean, that snowball is going to be so big pretty soon we won't be able to see around it. And how great is that, Mike? Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And like you said, if you've got some of those facilities in place already, could also be, okay, let's improve on them. Let's maybe build up instead of building out, so to speak.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
But a strong, vibrant medical complex is critical to the city, and it's so good to see things, really going in a positive direction. We're pretty excited about that.
Yep. Well, I think it's kind of neat because H&S is now a company called Oxbow. They have taken over. So they did not close. They just transitioned. And Marshfield Door, which, oh my gosh, wow, Weyerhaeuser, whatever they called it, is now Forte, Forte. So they've stayed in Marshfield. I mean, the business is here. So like Steve said, the industrial stuff, they know what's going on, and rail just keeps getting bigger, and Pastrider, and the university and the tech school college is just, we're it, Mike. I got to say it. You got to move to Marshfield. I know we keep talking about that, but yeah, it's exciting. Oh my gosh. I love it. And the accomplishments are great, but when you see what the community does, to me, that is the greatest part, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you can get one or two tasks done in 2026, then maybe for both of you, maybe one for each of you, what is that going to be as we look forward here?
Well, I'll start. I mean, for me, it's continued commercial and industrial growth. We're working at trying to better market the certified site, the 120 acres we got in the industrial park, shovel ready, so to speak. And we are seeing some good things happen. I haven't touched on them yet, but we definitely have some interest in the industrial and commercial parks. And of course, we've seen some other stuff going on. We have Panda Express is going to be building here shortly. They got approval. IHOP, merged with Applebee's. Chipotle is very serious in conversations with us as well. So getting more industrial, commercial development and continuing our residential. Things are beginning to pop. I think Denyon Homes helping them continue to build out there at 21st and Washington. And we've had several lot sales recently in building going on in Daniels, our 23-unit subdivision that the city put together a few years ago. So I think all that together is an important part of my goal, is to see us continue to grow residentially, commercially, and industrially.
And of course, my jump in would be for the small businesses.
Yeah.
We have great small businesses. I am so proud of, and I'm not going to say Mackey, but I will say Mackey because I'm involved with a lot of ribbon cuttings. Again, they had like 18 of them this year. Almost all of them are brand new businesses we've never had in the city. Okay, it's not really Mackey's fault this happened, but jumping on board with them, so together, the collaboration, and when I see things happening and people are investing in the small business, I mean, that's what I do. If you saw what I'm wearing, everything comes from Marshfield. Everything comes from, from some business here. And it's so neat to see that we are able to do this because, retail is tough. But so that's my hope and vision, and just to keep everybody, I don't want to say happy, but I think keep everybody happy, and may 2026 be even better than 2025. How's that?
Exactly. Absolutely. We always appreciate the time, both of you. Again, congratulations on all the success in Marshfield in the last year. We'll look forward to chatting again in 2026.
Sounds good, Mike. Thanks a lot.
Yep. And Merry Christmas to you too.
Have a
And
great
Happy
one.
New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys as well.